Good morning, we're on the record. Good morning, everyone. As chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board for the District of Columbia, I'm welcoming you to the regular scheduled meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. This meeting is being conducted pursuant to guidance made available by the District of Columbia's Office of Open Government regarding electronic meetings held by public bodies during the public health emergency. Pursuant to this guidance, notice of today's meeting was provided 48 hours in advance of the meeting on ABRB's website and on the district's central meeting calendar. The notice included the time, date, agenda, and call-in or log-in information for public participation. This electronic meeting is being hosted by a WebEx account provided by the District of Columbia government. Please address any concern, any questions or complaints to the OOG at opengovoffice@dc.gov. My name is Donovan Anderson, and I'm the chairman of the board. I would like to introduce the other members of the ABC board who are also participating electronically pursuant to Mayor's Order 2020-054. Please respond when I announce your name. Mr. James Short.
Mr. James Short, present.
Ms. Rima Wahabzada.
Rima Wahabzada, present.
Ms. Jenny Hansen.
Jenny Hansen, present.
Mr. Ed Grandis.
Edward Grandis, present.
The board has 5 members in attendance for the conduct of business today, and that constitutes a quorum. Before we get underway with today's calendar, I need to make a few instructions very clear so that the conduct of these hearings is understood by everyone. There are 6 cases scheduled for today. Once your case is called, I will take a moment for our IT specialist to elevate the rights for each party to enable their camera and microphone. Then and only then will you have the ability to enable your equipment. If your case is not being heard, you will remain mute and your camera will be disabled. At the conclusion of each case, the parties will have the option to leave. If the party chooses to stay, all cameras and microphones for the concluded case will be disabled. Should you have any questions or require technical assistance during the hearing, please submit them using the question and answer feature or email simone.andrews2@dc.gov. Our first order of business today, and I'll just remind all board members to put your phone on mute, please. All right. Our first order of business today is a protest hearing status, case number 20 PRO 00050 Union Kitchen. This hearing was canceled due to the approval of a settlement agreement. See Board Order number 2021-020. The second case on our calendar is protest hearing case number 20 PRO 00053 DC Food Market, license number 106962. Ms. Andrews, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee and the protestants in this case, please?
Sure, stand by. Mr. Kasai, your line has been unmuted.
Ephraim Kasai.
Hold on, please, sir.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Presswood is not on the line.
The protester, Mr. who?
Mr. Presswood, Troy Presswood. He's not on the line.
What I'm going to do, and this is something that I've always done, I'm going to recall this case. This case was scheduled for a protest hearing at we have a short calendar today, and this is what I'm going to do. And I apologize, Mr. Kasey. I'm going to recall this case, and when I recall the case, if the protestant does not appear, I will dismiss the case. I don't know. I'm sorry?
No, it's okay. So what did we have to do it now?
I'm sorry, sir?
Do we have to schedule for another date?
No, sir. We're not going to schedule for another date. What I'm going to do is that this matter was scheduled for a 10:30 protest hearing.
Correct.
Status. Normally, what I normally do is that I would give the person half an hour and I'll recall the case.
Okay.
And if they don't show up in the half an hour, I will dismiss the hold on a minute, please.
All right.
Hold on. Ms. Andrews, it appears that the court reporter is having some concerns.
I'm in contact with him. Should we stand by for just 1 second?
Okay.
The court reporter is on the line. I'm going to go ahead and unmute your line so you can announce yourself. Are you able to hear us?
Is it me?
Yes.
Yes, Ephraim G. Kasai.
I'm sorry. We're addressing the court reporter that's on the line. Just stand by for 1 moment, sir.
Sure.
I see the court reporter is on the line. Could you send us a message in the chat to let us know that everything is okay on your end?
All right, Ms. Andrews, it appears that the ANC commissioner has appeared, so maybe you need to elevate the ANC commissioner's rights. Are you able to? I think
Okay.
I think there's an ANC commissioner that's on the.
Okay. So there was some confusion. Our records show that it should be Mr. Troy Presswood and Miss Lanice Moore is the new commissioner. So I'm just going to go ahead and elevate her rights.
Mr.
Okay. Okay.
Is it okay if I can speak?
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Okay. And the court reporter, we unmuted your line. Could you please let us know that everything is okay? I'm sorry, I see you on. Okay, the court reporter, could you announce yourself, please? Could the court reporter please announce yourself, please?
Ephraim G. Kasai.
Yes, I have both connections now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Chair, you're good to go.
Thank you, Ms. Andrews. Will Ms. Moore, can you please open your camera if you have a camera? And if you have a camera, do you have a camera?
Yes, hi, here I am.
I can't see you, so if you have a camera, can you,
Camera, no, I don't think it's, hold on. Oh, wow. My camera is accessed. Can you hear me?
yes, ma'am, we can hear, that's fine. All right, can you introduce yourself for the record, please?
I'm sorry.
Can you introduce yourself for the record and give me your position?
Yes, hi, good morning. My name is Lanice Moore. I'm the current ANC Commissioner for 8A04, Washington, D.C., Southeast.
Mr. Kaseye, can you introduce yourself for the record, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Ephraim G. Kasai. I'm the business owner, DC Food Market, located in 2200 16th Street, Southeast DC, 20020.
Can you spell your first and last name, please, sir?
My first name is spelled EPHRAME, middle initial G, last name KASSAYE.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kasey.
You're welcome, sir.
You said that you wanted to speak. What is it that you want to bring to my attention?
No, it was just in fact that since the video image wasn't working, that was it.
All right. Okay. Are there any, Ms. Moore and Mr. Kasey, are there any, this is a preliminary status hearing. Is this yeah, I can now see you, Ms. Moore. Are there any preliminary or procedural matters you want to bring to the board's attention?
Okay, I oppose DC Market's request for liquor license at this time.
All right. Well, I know that's why I know that's why you're here. So, I know we're going through the process. So I was just so that's fine. Is there anything you want to bring to our attention, Mr. Kasey?
Not at this time.
All right. I just want to remind both parties that this matter is scheduled for a mediation on January 12th, 2021. Are both parties aware of that mediation is scheduled for?
I am aware of that.
Ms. Moore, are you? All right,
No,
Ms.
sir.
Moore, mediation is scheduled for January 12th.
At 11 a.m.
And if you don't know how to participate in the process, I will make sure that the agency provide you the information how to participate in the mediation on January 12th, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so I will make sure, does the agency have your contact information?
Yes, it does.
All right, so I'll make sure that the agency provides send your, and as an ANC commissioner, it will be sent to your government email address. Just want to remind you, that's where the information will be sent.
Yes, would you like for me to put it in the chat?
Well, you can put it in the chat, and I'll make sure that that someone, and I know that there are other agency personnel who are on the line, so I would hope that someone picks that information up, someone from agency picks that information up, and please ensure that Ms. Moore is provided the information how to participate in the mediation on January 12th. I don't know what time it's scheduled for. I just know that it's scheduled for January 12th.
Okay.
Is there any other preliminary issue that needs to be brought to the board's attention?
No, we have the first hearing. I think I've been told that January the 12th at 11 o'clock, and that is the time that I set up.
Okay, fine. So it's 11 o'clock, Ms. Moore, but I'll make sure that the agency provide you instructions how to participate in the mediation meeting. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry for the confusion. Thank you.
That's fine. I do not have a date because of COVID. I do not have a specific date at this moment for the for the protest hearing. However, we will provide you both with a date shortly of the date and time of the protest hearing. But in the interim, if the parties are able to settle this matter, then the board supports that. If you're unable to settle it, we'll have a hearing. But I would support both parties going to mediation, discuss what the issues are, and hopefully you can come to a resolution. If you're unable to come to a resolution, then we'll have a protest hearing, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll give you the instructions. So now that we have scheduled this matter for a protest hearing, there are a few things that I would like to instruct you about because the board's practices under COVID-19 restrictions have changed. As you know, the board's hearings are conducted virtually. So it is more important than ever that protest hearings are focused and addresses only those issues that are being protested. Following this hearing, you will be receiving an email from Assistant General Counsel April Randall that will include a copy of a protest information form PIP and a copy of an exhibit form, as well as specific instructions for the hearing. You are required to complete and submit the PIP and exhibits forms at least 7 days before the date of the hearing. If we do not receive a copy of your forms 7 days before the hearing, your application or your protest may be subject to dismissal. These documents need to be submitted to abra.legal@dc.gov and to the opposing parties. Please know that these documents greatly assist the board in narrowing the protest issues, facilitating the process, and keeping the parties on point during the hearing. 3, each side is limited to no more than 5 witnesses, and you will only have 60 minutes to present your case. This includes all direct and cross-examination. The board does not intend to hear testimony on matters that are not relevant to these issues that are being protested. Are there any questions?
No question, sir.
No, sir.
We thank you greatly for your cooperation. If you have any questions at any time leading up to the hearing, please do not hesitate to contact Assistant General Counsel April Randall at 202-329-6354. Again, her phone number is 202-329-6354. Or contact her by email at april.randall@dc.gov. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck in your mediation. I've said to everyone, if I don't see you at a protest hearing, I will not take that personally. It would show that the process works and that the parties decide to have an agreement. And one of the things I say to all parties, this is your community. If you agree to a settlement agreement, at least both sides will be happy. If you come to a due process, if you come to a protest hearing, one side might be happy and the other side might be unhappy. I prefer if you have
Both to be happy.
a settlement because at least everyone will be happy.
That's
So,
correct.
good luck with the mediation.
Thank you.
And good luck. If not, we'll see you at the protest hearing. And Happy New Year and have a great day. Okay?
All right. So are we going to receive a new date or it's going to be set up the 11th?
Yes, it's still, the mediation is scheduled for the 12th, and we haven't scheduled the protest hearing as yet. So your next meeting is the mediation, and we will provide you a date shortly of the protest hearing if it goes to a hearing. Okay?
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, the next case on our calendar is case number 20 PRO 00056, Patron Convenience Store, license number 086085. Ms. Andrews, can you please elevate the rights of there is a Korean interpreter, the ANC, and also the licensee, please.
Sure, stand by.
Thank you.
I see Commissioner Tiffany Brown online, but I do not have the rights to elevate her. It seems like she's having some connection issues. The licensee's rights has been elevated, and I think the interpreter's rights have been elevated.
Uh,
Okay, Ms. Brown, your rights have been elevated. You can now turn on your camera and your microphone. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, can you see me? Okay,
I
I
can't
guess
see
I'll
you,
be
Miss.
on.
I cannot see you, Miss Brown. But I
Okay,
see that you're online, but I cannot see you.
what about me? Oh, let me turn my camera around. It won't let me cut my camera on.
Yeah, we can. I can see you, Miss Brown.
You can see it? Okay, great.
Yes. Hold on, please. All right. Who is the interpreter?
This is Kyung-suk Kim speaking. Can you hear me?
Miss Kim.
Yes.
Can you turn your camera on, please?
Yes, I am trying to turn it on and I have a difficulty getting myself on. I think I can do it.
I'm waiting for the interpreter to get on board. Miss Kim, are you able to maybe sign back on, log back in, or because I don't know what's going on? Miss Kim. All right,
Can
Ms.
you hear
Kim?
me? Can
Yes,
you
I
hear me?
can hear and see you.
Yeah,
However,
okay.
you're still logged in on the other device. So, but anyway, but I can hear and see you.
Oh,
All
okay,
right,
okay.
can you raise your hand, please? Do you solemnly affirm that you will faithfully and accurately interpret these proceedings in this matter from English into Korean and from Korean into English to the best of your abilities?
귀하께서는 본인의 능력을 최선의 능력을 다
No,
발휘를
no,
해서
no, ma'am, no, ma'am. This is for you, not for him. You.
okay. Yes, I do.
That's for you. So you haven't responded to me. You said you do?
Yes, I do.
Can you please spell and state your name for the record?
My first name is Kyungsoo, Kyonngsok, and my last name is Kim, which is Kim as in Mary,
And what is your role today, ma'am?
an interpreter.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I would like all the parties to introduce themselves for the record, starting with the licensee.
지금 자신 소개를 하기로 하겠습니다. 여러분 모두.
Can you ask him to spell and tell me what his name is? I'm not sure if he's hearing.
지금 저희 소리가 들리세요?
저한테 말씀하시는 건가요?
예. 선생님
Yes.
성함하고 철자를 좀 불러주세요.
Okay, my name is 영어로 합니까? My name is 수복정, SUBOKJEONG.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brown, Miss, and I'm sorry, who are you, sir? Ask him who is he.
지금 선생님이 누구시죠?
패트런 컨비니언스 스토어 오너입니다.
I am the owner of a Patron Convenience.
All right, thank you. Ms. Brown?
Tiffany Brown, ANC Commissioner, 7B02, current Vice Chair of ANC 7B. My name is spelled TIFFANY, middle initial L, last name BROWN.
저는 티파니 L 브라운이고 ANC 회원입니다.
All right, good morning, Ms. Brown. I just want to remind everyone that there is a mediation currently scheduled for January 13th, 2021.
지금 여러분에게 이제 말씀드리고 싶은 게 2021년 1월 13일 날 중재 모임이 있다는 것입니다.
언제라고 그랬죠?
When did you say? Can you tell me again, please?
January 13th.
1월 13일.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
I'm not sure the time, but I'll make sure that the agency once again reaches out to both parties and remind them of the date and time of the meeting.
지금 현재로는 시간이 정확하지 않지만은 저희 에이전시에서 양측의 날짜하고 시간을 나중에 다시 확인을 해드리겠습니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
This is to the licensee, are there any issues he wants to bring to my attention?
그러면 지금 면허를 가지고 있으신 분한테 지금 질문을 드리는데요. 지금 저희한테 하실 말씀이 있으신가요?
실제로 제가 그 12월 30일 날, 제 카운셀러, 이름이 여자분이고요. 크리시 장, 그분이 ANC 오피셜 분하고, 접촉을 했어요. 그래서 아마, 도와주실 분이 크리시 장이라고 계신데, 그분이 ANC 오피셜하고, 계속 아마 접촉을, 할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Okay, so in fact, the counselor, my counselor, who is called Chrissy Zhang, a female counselor, she contacted an ANC member on December 30th last year. So my belief is that she will keep communication with ANC members regarding this matter.
I'm sorry, so are you saying that you have an attorney? What's the name of it? You have an attorney? Is that what he's saying?
그럼 지금 잠깐만 선생님께서 변호사분을 고용하셨다는 말씀이세요? 그분 성함이 어떻게 되시죠?
변호사는 아니고요. 변호사라기보다 저를 도와주실 분으로서 크리시 장, CHRISSE CHANG,
CHRISSIE
IE
CHANG.
CHANG, 크리시 장.
She is not exactly my attorney, but she will be assisting me in this matter, and her name is Chrissy, CHRISSIE, and her last name is Chang, CHANG.
All right, that's fine. Are you aware, so you're aware, Miss Brown, okay? Are you?
Yes, I've been in contact with them. They emailed the office and I've actually spoken to Ms. Chang, and I'm going to send her a draft settlement agreement.
Okay.
예. 그렇지 않아도 제가 그 미스 장하고 이메일하고 그리고 실제로 이야기도 나눴는데 저희가 그 합의에 대해서 어떤 초안을 교환을 하기로 했습니다.
All right. Thank you. Ms.
감사합니다.
Brown, from your perspective, are there any preliminary matters you want to bring to the board's attention?
그러면은
None at this time.
미스 브라운 씨께서는 지금 현 시점에서 어떤 예비 사안으로 지금 말씀하실 게 있습니까? 아니요, 현재 시점에서는 없습니다.
Thank you. I do not have a date currently for the protest hearing, but we will provide a date to both parties as soon as possible.
지금 현재 상태에서는 그 항의 심리 프로테스트 히어링에 대해서 날짜가 잡혀 있지 않지만은 날짜가 잡히는 대로 양측에 연락을 드리도록 하겠습니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to read the instructions for a protest hearing.
제가 그 프로테스트 히어링에 대해서 지시사항을 알려드리겠습니다.
네.
오케이.
Now that we have scheduled this matter for protest hearing,
저희가 이제 그 항의 심리 일정을 잡았기 때문에 이제
there are a few things that I would like to instruct you about.
그래서 제가 몇 가지 지시사항을 알려드리고자 합니다. 여러분에게.
Because the board's practices under COVID-19 restrictions have changed.
왜냐하면은 저희 위원회에서 코로나 바이러스 이후로 그 운영 방침이 바뀌었기 때문입니다.
As you know, the board's hearings are conducted virtually.
여러분이 알고 계시겠지만은 이제 위원회 모임이 온라인상으로 열리게 됩니다.
So it is more important than ever that every protest hearing are focused and addresses only those issues that are being protested.
그래서 예전에도 중요했지만은 요즘 같은 경우에는 특히 중요한 것이 그 사안에 관련된 내용에 집중을 해서 심리를 하는 것이 중요합니다.
Following this hearing, you will be receiving an email from April Randall.
지금 이 모임이 끝나고 나면은 에이프릴 랜돌이라는 분으로부터 이메일을 받으시게 되는데요.
네.
오케이.
That will include a copy of the protest information form and a copy form.
그래서 거기 첨부가 된 것이 항의 심리 그 양식하고 증거물 목록을 받으시게 되는데요. 첨부가 되어서
As well as specific instructions for the hearing.
그리고 거기에 추가가 된 것이 그 심리를 어떻게 진행하는지에 대해서 자세한 지시사항이 들어 있을 것입니다.
네.
You are required to complete and submit the PIP and the exhibit forms.
기하께서는 그 심리 양식하고 증거물 양식을 반드시 제출을 하셔야 합니다.
네.
At least
Okay.
7 days before the date of the hearing.
그러니까 심리가 열리기 전 최소한 일주일 전에 제출이 되어야 합니다.
네.
If we do not receive a copy of your forms 7 days before the hearing,
만약에 저희가 그 양식 사본을 일주일 전에 받지 못하게 되면요.
your application or your protest may be subject to dismissal.
기아의 어떤 신청이나 항의 요청이 기각이 될 수 있습니다.
These documents need to be submitted to abra.legal@dc.gov and to the opposing parties.
잠깐만 기다리세요. This is interpreter speaking. Could you repeat the address, please?
Abra, abra.legal@dc.gov.
그래서 지금 아까 말씀드린 그 문서를 보내실 이메일 주소가 abra legal legal 골뱅이 dc.gov로 보내주세요.
Please know that these documents greatly assist the board in narrowing the protest issues.
귀하께서 아셔야 될 게 이 문서를 저희가 받으면은 그 위원회 회원들이 그 사안을 좁히는 데 굉장히 도움이 된다는 것입니다.
Facilitating the process and keeping the parties on point during the hearing.
그래서 그 문건을 통해서 저희가 심리를 제대로 여는 데 도움이 되고 그리고 그 사안에 집중하는 데 도움이 됩니다.
Each side is limited to no more than 5 witnesses that you will only have 60 minutes to present your case.
각 당사자께서는 최대 5명의 증인을 세울 수가 있고 그리고 증언을 할 수 있는 최대 시간은 60분입니다.
This includes all direct and cross-examination.
그리고 거기에 포함되는 것이 직접 신문하고 그리고 크로스로 반대 심리를 하는 것도 포함을 해서 말입니다.
The board does not intend to hear testimony and matters that are not relevant to those issues that are being protested.
저희 위원회에서는 이 사안과 관련되지 않은 것에 대해서 어떤 증인의 말을 듣거나 증언을 들을 준비가 되어 있지 않습니다.
Are there any questions?
질문 있으신가요?
No.
지금 그 말씀하신 모든 것이 그 이메일로 저희한테 보내준다는 거죠?
So everything that you just mentioned just now, are they going to be contained as a part of the email message?
Yes.
네네.
예, 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Do you need us to provide this in Korean, or are you able to read English?
그러면 그거를 번역을 해서 보내드려야 되나요? 아니면 영어를 읽으실 수가 있으세요?
예, 영어 괜찮습니다.
English is just fine.
Okay, thank you.
네.
All right. We thank you greatly for your cooperation.
그 협조해 주는 데 대해서 대단히 감사드리고요.
If you have any questions at any time leading up to the hearing,
만약에 심리 이전에 뭐 우려점이나 아니면 질문이 있으신 경우에는
please do not hesitate to contact AGC April Randall.
I know. 예.
예.
예, 알고 있습니다.
에이프릴 랜드 그분에게
And
바로 연락을 주세요.
And her new phone number is 202-329-6354.
네, 알겠습니다. 예.
202-329-6354가 새로 전화번호거든요. 그 에이프릴 랜들.
오케이.
Got you.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And
감사합니다.
I just want to remind you of the mediation on January 31st.
January 13th.
I'm sorry, January
13th.
13th. I apologize.
네네네.
January 13th.
그러면은 시간 내주셔서 감사하고요. 좋은 하루 되시고 그 1월 13일 그 중재에서 뵙도록 하겠습니다.
감사합니다. 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Happy New Year. Thank you. The
Thank you.
interpreter is
All right.
going to disconnect herself.
Yes, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Bye-bye.
네.
All right.
And also, can I ask you something?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Can I get the still interpreter in the mediation day?
Can you do what?
Interpreter and
Yes.
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 Yeah,
We'll
mediation
make
day.
sure, the agency will make sure that there is a Korean interpreter for the mediation. And also, Ms. Brown, if you require interpretation services to do a discussion with, if you need someone to a Korean interpreter, you can contact our agency, or you can call the DC Access line. But we can ensure that you receive an interpreter if you're trying to do a negotiation. I'm not sure. I know the agency is familiar with Ms. Chang, but if an interpreter is needed, the agency can provide one. You just have to
Okay.
reach out to us.
예,
All right?
All right, thank you.
티파니에게, 미스
예, 예.
티파니에게 제가 한마디 해도 될까요?
Actually, can I say something to Mr. 누구에게요?
티파니 이제 ANC
Actually, can I say something to Miss Tiffany Brown?
Go ahead.
Yes.
예, 예, 예.
예, 제가 영어를 하긴 하는데 이
예,
상황이 매우 중대하기 때문에 제가 정확한 그 이해력을 필요로 해서 그 인터프리터가 필요한 거니까 죄송합니다만 그 계속 인터프리터를 좀 사용했으면 좋겠습니다. 이용했으면 좋겠습니다.
I just wanted to let you know that I do know some English, but as you know, this is a pretty important matter. So I do want to make sure that I understand everything correctly, which is why I am asking you to please provide me with an interpreter as you have done so far.
Okay, thank you.
예, 네, 네, 네.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
Thank you. Thank you so much.
네, 네, 안녕히 계세요.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. All right. Our next case is case number 20 PRO 00059, Safeway, license number 097704. I believe that Ms. Brown is the ANC representative for Safeway. So, Ms. Andrews, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee and if there's any other representative on the line?
Sure. Mr. Moore, your rights have been elevated. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Moore, do you have a camera you can turn on, or if not, we'll move on. I see that you're online.
Does that do it?
Mr. Moore?
Yes, I'm here.
No, I can't see you, so, but if not, then that's fine. All right. I'll have everyone introduce themselves for the record. I'll start with you, Mr. Moore. Can you introduce yourself for the record?
Certainly. I'm Jerry A. Moore III, counsel to Safeway.
Good morning, Mr. Moore.
Good morning.
Ms. Brown, can you please introduce yourself for the record, please?
Sure. Tiffany L. Brown, ANC Commissioner 7B02, current ANC 7B Vice Chair.
All right, thank you, Ms. Brown. I just want to remind both parties that there is also a mediation scheduled for this case on January 13th. I'm not sure what time, but I know there's a mediation scheduled for the Safeway matter on January 13th. All right. Mr. Moore, are there any preliminary matters you need to bring to the board's attention?
No, sir.
Ms. Brown, are there any preliminary matters you need to bring to the board's attention?
No, not at this time.
All right. The board is unable to provide a date and time for the protest hearing, but we will provide you a date as soon as possible when the protest hearing is scheduled for. I remind both parties that I encourage their participation in mediation, and I also encourage both parties that if the matter can be settled, that they should settle the matter, because at least if the matter is settled, then the parties can come up to a mutual agreement that both sides are happy. If the board has to make a decision, then one side might be happy and the other side might not be happy. All right. Okay. Now that we've scheduled this matter for a protest hearing, there are a few things that I would like to instruct you about because the board's practices under the COVID-19 restrictions have changed. As you know, the board's hearings are conducted virtually, so it is more important than ever that protest hearings are focused and addresses only those issues that are being protested. Following this hearing, you will be receiving an email from Assistant General Counsel April Randall that will include a copy of a protest information form PIP and a copy of an exhibit form, as well as specific instructions for the hearing. You are required to complete and submit the PIP and exhibit forms at least 7 days before the date of the hearing. If we do not receive a copy of your forms 7 days before the hearing, your application or your protest may be subject to dismissal. These documents need to be submitted to abra.legal@dc.gov and to the opposing parties. Please know that these documents greatly assist the board in narrowing the protest issues, facilitating the process, and keeping the parties on point during the hearing. Each side is limited to no more than 5 witnesses, and you will only have 60 minutes to present your case. This includes all direct and cross-examination. The board does not intend to hear testimony on matters that are not relevant to those issues that have been protested. Are there any questions?
No, well, one question. You
Yes,
mentioned
Mr.
the
Moore.
mediation hearing on the Wednesday, the 13th. At what time is that, sir?
I am not sure what time. Do you know what time it's scheduled for, Ms. Brown?
I do not. For some reason, I had it down as a different day.
I will instruct Miss Randall. I believe Miss Randall is on.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the 13th at 1 o'clock. I did have that down.
All right, so Mr. Moore, it's scheduled for the 13th at 1 o'clock.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. We thank you greatly for your cooperation. If you have any questions at any time leading up to the hearing, please do not hesitate to contact Assistant General Counsel April Randall at 202-329-6354 or contact her by email at april.randall@dc.gov.
Okay.
I wish both sides good luck in your mediation. Also, I wish you good luck in your communication. And my view has always been, I don't like protest hearings because when we go to protest hearing, someone is going to be unhappy. So at least if it's mediated and a settlement agreement is reached, then at least the community and the establishment will be happy. So good luck and have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right. The next case on our calendar is case number 20 PRO 00022 Unity, license number 109064. This hearing is continued at the request of the applicant and with the consent of the ANC. The hearing is now scheduled for February 4th, 2021 at 10 a.m. See Board Order Number 2021-025. The next case on our calendar is case number 19 PRO 00138 and 20 PRO 00005. Uproar, license number 92012. This hearing has been continued at the request of the parties. The hearing is now scheduled for February the 11th, 2021 at 10 a.m. See Board Order Number 2021-026. We have now come to the end of our scheduled calendar for the day. And so since our calendar has been concluded, I will now do our legal agenda. All right, the first matter on our legal agenda, it's a review of a consent motion to stay proceeding in case number 19 PRO 00140, filed January 5th, 2021. This is the fireplace, license number 014419. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Ed Grandis.
Mr. Grandis has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote on the motion that's been properly seconded by Mr. Grandis. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Ms. Wabzada.
Rima Wabzada, I agree.
Ms. Hanson.
Penny Hanson, I agree.
Mr. Grandis.
Ed Grandis, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0-0. The next matter on our legal agenda is a review of a consent motion to continue protest hearing status filed January 6, 2021 in case number 20 PRO 00022 Unity, license number 109064. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Rima Wabzada seconds.
Ms. Wahabzada has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote on the motion that's been properly seconded by Ms. Wahabzada. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Ms. Wahabzada,
Rima Labzada, I agree.
Ms. Henson,
Jenny Hansen, I agree.
Mr. Grandis,
Ed Grandis, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. The next matter on our legal agenda is a review of a consent motion to continue a protest hearing filed January 7th, 2021 for case number 19 PRO 00138 and 20 PRO 00005, uproar, license number 092012. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote on the motion that has been properly seconded by Mr. Short. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Ms. Wahabzada,
Rima Labzada, I agree.
Ms. Hanson,
Jenny Hansen, I agree.
Mr. Grandis,
Ed Grandis, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We now move to our licensing agenda. The first and only matter on our licensing agenda today is a review request for a temporary operating retail permit. This is for Lily's Restaurant and Bar, license number 117664. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Rima Labzada, yes.
Ms. Wahabzada and Mr. Grandis have seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote on the motion that has been properly seconded. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Ms. Wahabzada,
Rima Labzada, I agree.
Ms. Henson,
Jenny Hansen, I agree.
Mr. Grandis,
Ed Grandis, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We have now come to the end of our scheduled public meeting for today. And if there are no further action, I will now close the meeting. As chairperson of the Alcohol Beverage Control Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with Title III, Chapter 405, Office of Open Government, I move that the ABC Board hold a closed meeting on January 13th, 2021 for the purpose of discussing and hearing reports concerning ongoing or planned investigations of alleged criminal or civil misconduct or violations of law or regulations, and seeking legal advice from our legal counsel on the board's investigative agenda, legal agenda, and licensing agenda for January 13th, 2021, as published in the DC Registry on January 8th, 2021. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short has seconded the motion. I will now take a roll call vote on the motion that has been properly seconded by Mr. Short. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Ms. Wahabzada,
Rima Labzada, I agree.
Ms. Hanson,
Jenny Hansen, I agree.
Mr. Grandis,
Grandis, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. As it appears that the motion has passed 5-0, I hereby give notice that the ABC Board will hold this aforementioned closed meeting. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, notice will also be posted on the ABC Board hearing room bulletin board, placed on electronic calendar and address website, and published in the DC Register in as timely a manner as practical. We are now formally adjourned from our public meeting, and I will now instruct board members to return to our executive meeting for further action. Thank you very much and have a great day.